So I've delved into the shed and dug out the box of Broken Dreams. It was a bit like that scene out of Indiana Jones and the Ark of the Covenant, at the end when they stick the Covenant in this massive warehouse. But I've got this thing out. So the box of Broken Dreams is box of electronics that doesn't work. So I'm going to flip around and show you all of them. So here we are. Here it all is. Some nice looking stuff here came out of this box. Well, I didn't really come out of that box. It was spilling over the box. But yeah, this is all stuff I picked up and would really hope would work, and it didn't. So I'll just go through them. I'll try and tell you what I paid for them. Although I'm probably going to say £7 for everything. I can't remember what I bought. Anyway, this one. Got it home. Battery compartment looked good. Tested it. Didn't work. Opened it up. Tested some continuity. I do small level electronics testing. I'm not that good, so I don't mind. I'm very comfortable with stuff with batteries, but stuff maybe with power, I'm a bit more wary of. I change belts on tape recorders and stuff like that. I don't mind doing that. That's an easy thing to do. But he just wasn't working. I opened him up. I'm not going to sell him for parts. I don't think it's worth it. I will give it another go of testing at some point. So that's Yoda. I'm big into Star Wars, so I was looking forward to that working. It's a stand-up pickup for me. And I used to flip these at 20, but they can actually get more. I've seen some people get up to 50 for box ones. Anyway, these are awkward to fix, but once you get the knack, they're quite easy. It's normally just the motors that have gone, and the cog needs to be the grease comes out of the motor and makes the cog slip, so you need to clean off the grease and super glue the cog to the shaft. There's 3 motors in these that make them work, but I don't know if there are videos on how to fix them. If anybody's got these and want to know how to fix them, just let me know and I'll give you a hand. The trick is skinning the things. It's quite difficult. You have to sort of take off the back and feed it through and all sorts of malarkey. This one I was really, really hoping this would work. I had this when I was, how old would I have been? 10, maybe 9 or 10. So we're talking like 19, kind of 80, 81. And Combat, I mean, it's the most, you play it now and you think that's ridiculous. But I remember going to my Cub Hall and they had an Atari wide up to a telly with Combat on, and I think they were charging 10p a game to raise money for the Cubs. It's back in 1979 or something. So, and it didn't work, and I've opened it up and sort of had a quick squidge around. And again, I don't want to sell it for parts. I don't want to. I want to fix it, basically. I really want to fix it. And the annoying thing is I've got quite a few cartridges that obviously, if it was working, I could test, and I wouldn't mind. I've probably got about 6 or 7 cartridges. And I wouldn't mind selling the cartridges. I might keep them, because it is, something like this is personal to me because I had it. I mean, I had this. I had a rubber keyed Spectrum. I had an Amiga, and then I never really did a lot of consoles. I had a PS2, and that was about it for me. PS2, which I only bought one game for, which was GTA Vice City. So, but my attachment is really to this and kind of Spectrum, Amiga, that kind of stuff. So if I see that, no, that's what I love. Let me just move this now. I'm probably going to drop it. So I think that was £8, not £7. I think that was £8. So I won't say £7 for that one. So gutting really. All the original controllers. Now this one's really annoying. This is temperamental because. I've got another solder iron, but it's just like one that you plug in and it hasn't got all this temperature gauge. And I picked this up at a boot fair and I think it was about £7. Everything I don't know, I think £7. I could look it up, it's on the spreadsheet somewhere. Anyway, it's temperamental. It turns on, it heats up, but then it gets to 250 degrees or 300 degrees and it cuts out. So it doesn't work. So ironically, I might use my other solder iron to try and fix it. I think it's just a loose connection. but really annoying because, you know, I kind of think, oh yeah, I could sit down with this and I could open this and this and this up and, you know, just simply resolder some stuff and it would all work and I'd feel really chuffed. But even the solder station isn't working. And to buy a new solder station, quite a lot of money actually. I mean, I think this is one is on the cheap side, but for a good one, you could be looking at like up to 200 quid. So a couple of clock radios. I'll tend to buy these if they're a couple of quid and they're either Roberts or Sony. I don't know why I bought that. It didn't have a power supply, and I knew it didn't have a power supply when I bought it. I think I might have got it for 50p, and that's why I bought it. This one hasn't got the plug on, and I actually put a note on it, which is very good of me. Alarm button 1 needs cleaning, so that's maybe fixable. Open it up. It looks a bit yellowed though, and that's got a crack in it as well. So I probably will chuck that. It's not worth keeping, to be honest. Discmans, the number of Discmans I get, and just by the way, this isn't the half of it. The number of video recorders I've had, if they're in good condition, as in a Sony's or Panasonic 6 heads or combos, I'll sell them for parts. You can, stuff, good videos like the 6 head ones, Sony, Panasonic. Just normal videos you can normally sell for maybe, off the top of my head, about 40 quid. Even for parts, you can part them out for 15. So if you're getting them for 5, it's worth it. VCR, excuse me, VCR DVD combos. Again, if they're not working, don't give up on them. You sell them for parts. You know, if you check them out and something's not working and it's out of your range to fix. And again with these, when I get, these aren't working, not working. Clean, question mark, battery compartment leakage, not working. So I've obviously gone through and tested them, and I will, once I get 3 of these, I'll bundle them up and sell them for a tenner, just to sort of clear what I've made on them. Okay, we've got Ultimate Effects lightsaber. These are great, these things, and you do see them at boot fairs dirt cheap a lot of the time, and you can sell them for like up to maybe 40 plus. This one, the one the wires is broken. I opened it up, so it just needs like a solder station. I can solder that and it will work. So that goes from being like worth nothing to maybe being worth 40. And what have I put on this one? Broken several wires, need resoldering, battery leakage. I don't know if that would be worth it. That might be worth a tenner if it gets working, but hardly worth it really. Another one from my kind of era, me being 11, is this Astro Wars, and this is quite gutting because when I got it, it worked, and I got it home and I was playing with it, and it was absolutely fantastic, and I thought, I'm loving this, and it came with a power supply, and I was using the power supply to power it, and then it after a day or two, it just slowly died, and I was like, no. I think it's cost about 7 quid. I don't know how much this cost. I can't remember. Maybe 8 quid. Who knows? But I think that sells. I can't remember the price of how much it sells for. I think about 30 at least. I would imagine 20, 30, maybe 40. I don't know. But what I learned from that is if you're testing stuff and you've got a power supply with it and you don't know it's the original power supply, or even if you do know it's the original power supply, I would just test on batteries. The voltage that is going into the thing just from batteries. I will open that up and have a look at it and see if anything's sort of burnt out or anything's obvious. I'll do continuity checks. I've got a multimeter, so that's what I will check. I look at, there's a couple of websites, one called Tronics Fix and one called My Mate Vince. Tronics Fix is American, My Mate Vince is UK, and they're both very good for kind of low-level electronics fixing. Lots of stuff on consoles on Tronics Fix, like PS4s, Xbox Ones. Okay, whipping through, done 8 minutes already. This one, it didn't work, and I parted it out, so they are good to sell as a whole, but they're a bit of a pain to pack. But these light fittings are worth a lot. The eye stalk is worth a lot. That's what is worth the most on this. But I have actually sold the gun section. It took a long time to sell and didn't go for that much, but it did sell. So there's that. let's clear some of this stuff off. Just put that down there. If you hear a crash, you know there's a broken remote control. I'll need to chuck that. Okay, just going through a few small bits. Casio not working. There was no tuning bar on that. Obviously paid a couple of quid for it. They sell for about a tenner, so no great loss. A couple of Furbies here that aren't working. One boxed. I might have another go with them, but I've obviously got them a while ago and they're not working. It's quite common, that is, buy them at boot fairs and get them and they don't work. But and the price of them gone down as well, so not that great. Right, the rest of this console stuff. Okay, just quickly this one, Mega Drive 2, untested as of yet. I checked out how much the leads and the power supply cost, so I could sell this for just the console would be 20 quid, but to get the leads to test it is going to cost me just over 8 quid. So yeah, it cost me 8 quid to make that extra fiver, but then I could test it. So I'm just weighing up whether to get it. I will probably buy the leads. It's only a couple of quid. This Humax unit. This is I think it's a FreeSat DVD recorder, and I mentioned this the other day. And when I turned it on, it had a pin number on it. Now Z is just he had one, and sorry for the shoddy camera work. I'm doing everything one-handed. He had sorry, Daleks just died. So this cost me 15, which was I thought was too much money to pay. In hindsight, I wouldn't do it again. I've also got to find the cover. That is somewhere fallen off somewhere. I think it's in the garage. But Z had one, and he said, yeah, they are worth it if you can get it working. This one, I don't think it's got a remote. And he mentioned, because the pin number wasn't working, I was meant to mention to him the pin number wasn't working. He said, I think the default number is 0000. So there you go. Right, this one is gutting. I bought this for, I think, £6 maybe, boot fair. And got it home and it worked. Tested it, loved it. The laser the laser was too strong on these and on GameCubes, on anything with a laser. If they're not working, if they turn on but don't read the disc, it can be a really simple fix. You just open them up and there's something called a potentiometer, which changes the resistance of the laser. So and there's lots of videos on YouTube about it. Anyway, I opened it up, just a small screwdriver in to change the intensity of the laser, got it working, sold it for £80, was happy as anything, and sent it off. The bloke got it, he plugged it in, played with it for a bit, and then apparently there was a smell of electronic burning, and it didn't work. And he sent it back, and it was the same one, because I checked the backup battery in it. I changed the backup battery to like a Duracell, so it just sort of blew up. And again, I will probably open that up and check if there's any sort of capacitors or anything that need changing on that. But that was really, really gutting because it's such a nice item. This one I mentioned the other day, the Cambridge Audio, when I was checking some audio stuff. It all works and everything, but the weird thing is it's upside down. Sorry about that. But the weird thing is the CD player is kind of become unglued from the main unit, and it kind of falls into the box, which is a bit strange. So I don't know whether you just glue that, but there you go. And lastly, we have, I think this is the last one, K9, which again, when I got it, it worked, and then it slowly died. So I haven't opened him up yet. I will do when I get the chance. Hopefully just a clean checking of the, all the circuit is intact, or some of the mechanics of it might need fixing, but hopefully I'm hopeful I can fix that one. Yeah, so obviously a bit gutting, some of those. I mean, a lot of those I got a long time ago, so they do just sit in the shed, and you always have to sort of weigh up. The decision is, do I chuck it? Is it just not worth keeping? Do I sell it for parts, or do I tend to repair it? And I have this sort of dream, because there's a box of broken dreams. I have this dream that I will fix the box of broken dreams one day with my very novice electronic skills. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with those. My plan for the rest of the day is I've got some packing to do. I've got about 10 items I've got to do. So I'm going to pack those up this morning, nice and simple. Post office this afternoon. So I'm going to pack up, tidy up. I'll grab 5 things to list. I'm running short on things to list, but I'm going to grab maybe the things I sourced the other day and just get those listed. And yeah, just nice simple daily, really, and take this box of broken dreams back to back to the big shed, and storage or in a dark corner somewhere to be looked at another day. But anyway, hope you have a great day and take care, and I'll see you soon.